What's up, everybody? Back with another video, man. Some of this good talk, man, that y'all love. But I got I don't know if you want to call it a theory or whatever, man. But it's just, well, it is a theory of mine, and it's just something I've been thinking about, and it's on the serious side of things too, man. The state of the world that we in right now. I'm just gonna get right into it. I just feel like it's a bigger plan because of the state of the world and the way things are right now as a people, as a human race. I feel like, if you've been online like everybody else, unless you under a rock, is promoting hate and division and, anger. It's like they harvesting our anger or using that against us to fight against each other type of deal. And I mean, that's just something that crossed my mind because I'm online, no matter what platform I'm on. It's like, it's from a different race doing this to this race, and like constantly, like it's an influx, and it's on every platform. The same thing is like regurgitated, and it seems like they just pushing that. And I get it's an algorithm thing, but I say I'm not interested in this stuff, and I still get it, but it seems like they just pushing this agenda to get us or get under our skin and to have us feeling a certain type of way about certain things, and then we react against each other. And then maybe, I'm just thinking, spitballing, they incorporate martial law. The state of the world is crazy. We already battling with different countries and different peoples across the world. Why not? We can just control everybody. Why not just, drive everybody off the edge, and we can just shut everything down and just make this a one world type of deal, without saying those things, because YouTube will flag me for certain words. And that's just how I feel about it, man. I mean, what do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you think that it's an agenda? I know things happen naturally, and like I was talking with my co-host, he was saying like, as far as like the whole Carmelo Anthony situation, that happened the way it did, and it's unfortunate. But he was saying like, as far as if it's any corruption, the verdict was the corruption. It was like a slap in the face and making, us angry at other people because of the verdict. You know what I'm saying? And I can see that too. That make a lot of sense. So it's just more so like, me just thinking, because I see it so much. So my own mind, I'm just like, why? Like question everything. I'm like, why is this repeatedly happen? Why do I keep seeing this every day? As soon as I wake up, I'm already saying I don't want to see it. I submit it. I don't want to see it. I still see it. It's gotta be something to me. That's how I feel. It's gotta be something deeper. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm overthinking, overreacting, but I am aware, and I know that the internet does things to people that may drive them over the edge and cause them to react a certain way that they may have not reacted if they hadn't seen that. There's a lot of people out there. I forgot what they call them, but they just radical or just react and just like, I'm fed up. I can't do nothing else. I have to do something. I have to do this, and it's extreme. And then it causes, mass harm or hurting a different race or a different group of people just because of, it's kind of like being brainwashed. If you think about it, it's kind of a sense of brainwashing when you get hit with something over and over and you just can't do anything or fight against it. You snap, in a sense. So it's crazy, man. I don't know. I mean, like, I spoke with my mom. I was telling her today, the state of the world is crazy right now. And, you got to protect your energy, protect yourself. In reality, like physically protect yourself, but protect your energy, your mind, your happiness, just a lot of things you need to just hold dear to yourself, because it's getting snatched away like day by day. These material things is what I'm saying, like money, everything is sky high, gas, food, you know, that does something to the psyche. You know, you got to go to work. Might have to pull overtime just to make up for those extra bills because they went up. You know, the cost of living is crazy. And that does something to the mental. It can break your spirit down, you know, and I don't know if that's what they after, but I'm aware that it can happen because I'm a victim of it, you know, but I was, you know, not good enough, but I was aware enough to stop it and be like, nah, I'm not going to let that happen. You know, I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to be stressed out. I'm not going to let it affect me to the point where I'm taking it out on people around me, or I'm taking it out on myself and feeling bad for myself because that's not how I'm living, you know. So I'll stay on that positive side of the coin as much as I can. I'm not perfect, but I can see when things are attacking. You know, I'm aware of when things coming my way and it's negative and it's trying to bring me down. I can catch it. Back in the day, maybe like 5-10 years ago, I was reactive, you know, and more so on the inside, you know, harder on myself than anything else, you know. But I learned and I grew from that, thankfully, and I can see the world for what it is and people for who they are, you know. And I can be cool with being, you know, in the crib chilling dolo, which I mean, it's kind of the best thing these days, and staying out the way because I can protect my peace. I can be happy, and the people around me can be happy. And that's just the life for me. You know, it might not be for everybody else, but I don't need to be out and about and in the crowd. That's not me. I've never been that. But, you know, but like I said, with this whole situation, what do you think? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you actually think about this whole situation? You know what I mean? And do you think it's an attack on us to attack each other? And then they bring in something, who knows? You know, they already thinking 10, 20 years ahead of us. You know, they had a plan. I think it was a plan that they had came up with to where they were supposed to control and put us on a new world order, one world government or something like that. But yeah, y'all let me know, man. You know, am I just talking crazy? I don't think so. But if you think so, let me know. If you agree, let me know, because this thing right here is not getting any better. If I can say anything, next time you wake up or you online, just be aware of what you see. Don't keep scrolling, because subconsciously it is staying in your mind, you know, and it can create a narrative or create a bad day or a visual of a person that you don't even know. You might look at them a certain kind of way just because of the message that's being pushed on your timeline. So be careful, man. Take a break from it for real, you know. But other than that, that's all I got to say about this topic, man. Like I said, this one's a short one. But yeah, we'll be back. I'm not done working today. So with that being said, man, peace out.